Thank you once again for joining us for another episode of 90 Miles from Comics. I'm your host, as always, Chad, and I've got the captain himself, Javi, with me. What's going on, Javi?
What's up? What's up? How's everything?
Chilling, man. You know, it's another Wednesday. We're getting on a little later than normal. You know, sorry, guys. We've been a little busy, both Javi and I. But thank you guys for joining us. If you're joining us now, catching us on the replay, however it is you're getting your 90 miles from comics in, we want to thank you. Oh, Perry joining us in the chat, the first one. What is going on, Perry? My brother from Tampa, holding it down for the Florida fam. We got Biggie Shack up in here. What up, Biggie Shack? I gotta throw the strap on. He's here. I gotta make sure I'm strapped up and defending the title. And if I ain't strapped up, you best believe it's gonna be placed right here all day, every day. We're gonna be shining. It's gonna be showing off all day. Representing the Dollar Bin Dive champ right here. Your boy Y290. Let's go. But once again, it's another Wednesday. Thank you guys for joining us. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna talk some books. We're gonna show up what we picked up today, and we're gonna show off some stuff that we picked up over the weekend at Tate's tent sale, which was awesome. Stay Puff, thank you for joining us, man. You are the man. Appreciate you. So, all right, so Javi, how do we want to do this? Do we want to show off what we picked up at Tate's? You want to go like in order, I guess, how things happened?
I'm about it.
All right, for sure. Well, I mean, I know you haven't seen what I picked up at Tate's, and I'm sure these guys have because I've showed them off on, I think, my channel and other channels, but I'll just quickly go through mine. I mean, I got a stack. I kind of took advantage, sir. But
I mean, you have to at those sales. If you're not,
you really actually 3 of them I can't show you. What up, Mr. Garrow, for joining us?
Okay.
I forgot they're part of my dollar bin.
Oh yeah.
I found those in the dollar bin over there, so I had to do it. So 3 of them I can't show you on air. I'll show those off air to you. But real quick, your boy is now only missing 1 issue of The Web of Carnage because I was able to find issues 1 and 3. I already had issue 2, which is like the most sought after one. So now I'm just missing an issue 4, and I'll have this set complete. I was also able to find a variant issue of Vision Tom King run.
Nice.
Everyone always talks about that. So yeah, I hopped on that by that, and everything was half off. So I had to take advantage. And then the other things I picked up have to complete my Maximum Carnage run. So I don't believe I had this one. So I picked that up. I do believe I already had this one, but this is a nicer copy. So I picked this one up. And then I also found this one. I think this one was my favorite cover.
It's an awesome cover.
So found that. And I think the big find of Tate's sale was I found a complete run of Planet Hulk. So this is the variant of the first issue 92 of Planet Hulk. And then this is issue 93, which is part 2. But this one is the first appearance of Meeks and Korg. And if you look, you got Meeks on the cover there, which I love. And then
man, that's one of Rick's favorite storylines right there.
And then you got this one right here with Gladiator Hulk.
Yep.
And then to round it off, so yeah, that's what I picked up at the Tate sale. So these guys have seen this, I think, 100 times now at this point. But thank you guys for bearing with me. So Javi, I'm excited to see what you picked up.
Did you get anything from the tent?
Yeah, that's why I can't show you because it's part of my dollar bin dives. I don't want to let any secrets out before. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you off air, though, because I know you won't tell anyone what I picked up.
All right, let's see. I did try to find some Vision books, and I couldn't find. I think they were all sold out because that's also one of the runs that I'm trying to complete.
You know what's funny? When I was there, I came across a few issues of that in the tent too. So you didn't see any in there?
I've actually the ones that were in the tent, I'm pretty sure I already have.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because I've found those in the tent. Actually, previous Tate sales. So I picked up. This was inside the store. I picked up Shredder in Hell #2. I had to pick it up. This was the Eastman cover.
For sure. I didn't even see that there. I would have loved to do that. Let me just put that on you, by the way, so I don't take that off. Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean,
Bro,
yeah,
the artwork in that is so dope. The
it's
story is
awesome.
too, man. Like, I don't know if you saw my review on it, but I highly recommend it, man. It's just the art is beautiful in this book. The story's great. It's not getting enough love in the comic world. I'll say that.
No, I definitely picked it up because you reviewed it, and I was really digging the review. And yeah, they didn't have #1. I was kind of bummed out, but I did pick up #2.
All right, cool.
I picked up a Knights of the Golden Sun #4.
That's not. Yeah, that's always a great pickup at this point, right?
Yeah, I did not. This was not able to get this one at my local comic book shop, so I just picked it up at Tate's. And if you go to madcavestudios.com, you go there right now, they are having a spring sale. Or at least they're having a sale, like a online sale for some of their comics, all of their comics, and like a whole bunch of other shit. So go check it out, madcavestudios.com. Got this Power Ranger variant.
It's
I
pretty
saw
dope.
that this kind of blew up a little bit. It was selling for a little bit above cover price, so I was able to pick up a copy. This is Power Rangers #37.
I guess shout out to my brother Dark Mufasa. Thank you for joining us, brother. Don't worry about being late, man. You're on time in my book, brother.
If you can see behind me, I picked these up to Immortal Hulk #8, Immortal Hulk #3. They were just there, and I was like, oh hell yeah, like
At
picking these
Tate's?
up. Yeah, they were there at Tate's.
Wow.
Yeah, so I decided to pick them up.
Yo, we got the moderator in the chat finally.
What's going on? What's going on?
Kenny Comic Head 84. Now I can finally stop shouting out the chat. He can do that for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, yeah, I've been slacking a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. But I did also pick up 3 of the Alex Ross Justice Society of America covers.
Let me put that on you. Keep talking about that.
They had, they had the Hawkman and the Hawkgirl, and they had the Green Lantern one. But I decided to just pick these 3 up. I got the Shazam. Shazam is obviously the movie's coming out. He's a pretty hot character right now. This cover is awesome. All these covers are awesome.
I know somebody that just got that whole run, I believe.
This is the Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific is he's like top 10 for me. He's pretty fucking badass. It's pretty cool. Really kind of one of the lesser known characters, but he's really cool. I like how he showed up in one of the Batman storylines.
Huh.
And your girl, Stargirl, who's getting her own show on the DC Universe app.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that. So this is Stargirl, and I believe the robot behind her is called Stripes.
And she looks pretty good from the promo pictures that I saw. Yo, what up, chat from the Comic Core? What's going on, man? Thank you for joining us. Yo, but all Alex Ross, you can't go wrong with that. And then when you picked up some Conan too?
Yeah, this is Conan. Just $4, so 50%. This was a $2 book, and you get this classic Conan retail. It's a reprint.
Dope.
Yeah, Conan Red Nails.
You're all about Conan right now. We know that.
Yeah. And that was inside the store. I was able to pick up these goodies.
And then what'd you pick up in the tent? I know you went tent diving.
In the tent, It was just a couple of random books, nothing too crazy. I got this cool Dungeons and Dragons, Shadows of the Vampire. I am doing a I am throwing vampires at my players soon. So I don't know. Maybe this will give me some inspiration. We'll see.
Some vampire storylines thrown in D&D. I see you, Javi.
Yeah.
Hopefully, no one watches.
Oh, it's all right.
We're spoiling it.
They already know what's coming. They got the tease. I got
some X-Force?
Yeah, some Uncanny X-Force. This is issue 1 right here, which was pretty cool to find out in the tent, and then issue 10 and issue 14. I know Me Man would be all about that.
Oh, for sure. I gotta ask, like, do you know what part of the tent you found that at? Because, man, you really have to go digging through those boxes, man. And there's just so much, like, junk.
I went to the first couple boxes that were there, and I didn't have enough time to look. I was with my buddy. I was with Marcos, and he kind of wanted to get going, so I just picked up like the first 15 things that I could find, and I was like, all right, this is enough for me, you know.
No, for sure. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're able to capitalize something on the Tate's 10 sale. That's like the most important thing.
Yeah, Multiversity tie-in, Grant Morrison, just a random tie-in from the New 52 era. Grant Morrison book. This is a couple. I don't know if anybody knows about this, but Elric, they recently reprinted him. I forget what publishing company brought him back, but yeah, this is like the original stuff, and this is just more of that universe. And I just picked up a whole bunch of books from that universe. Michael Moorcock's Multiverse. That's what it's called. And I guess it's just like a couple of books, like super sci-fi.
So
yeah, it's cool. Sci-fi fantasy. This one's got a little dragon on it. And the big find of the Tate's tent, the Tate's tent sale. I did find this God Country #2.
damn, bro, I am so jealous right now. Damn.
God Country #2 out in the tent. It's a little beat up. Yeah, I only found one. I couldn't find any more. It's a little beat up. It's a little scuffed. There's a little spine tick right here.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, but
I need 1 through 4. So, yo, what's poppin', Seth? We got Seth up in the chat. What's poppin', man? That's my dude right there. And Rod the Rican just joined us. What's going on? Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. But damn, Javi, God Country #2, that is the big find. And you got it for.
I got this. I got
3 comics for $1. That was the sale because you didn't fill up a short box, right?
I didn't have enough time. I would have.
Yeah, I know you would have. Dang, bro. Fire. That was the fire pickup on the you won the Tate's 10 sale challenge.
I got 12 books for
damn, yo. Well, I guess I'll show you the 3 that I found
off under $5.
And then I probably still won't win, but you did win the Tate's tent challenge.
That's why that's the hunt, you know. That's the crazy. You know, everybody talks about it in the comic book community, finding awesome books, just like out in dollar bins. You know, someone's just trying to get rid of it. Someone doesn't really know, and then yeah, you just come across it, and then you just come up. Now, like this is like obviously my reader's copy, you know, like.
Oh no, for sure.
You know,
definitely, and that's a great issue too.
Yeah.
So, have you read it or no?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
I've been I have issue 2. I might have issue 4, and I think I have issue 6.
So I have the trade.
Oh, nice.
So if you need to read it, I'll lend it to you. Thank you for the compliment on my shirt, Rod. I love this shirt as well. All right. So, as you all just saw, Javi won the Tate's Tent Challenge, and I didn't even know we were having a challenge. We just made it up here up on the spot. That's what we do on 90 Miles from Comics Live, make up challenges on the spot. But now we're going to talk about some books that we read last week. I only read 2 books from last week. I've been a little busy. My transfer from work finally went through, so I've been dealing with that. Of course, get the wedding coming up. So I read Avengers No Road Home, issue number 7, and I read Fantastic Four, issue number 8. Javi, what did you read, my friend?
I read, just like you, Fantastic Four number 8, Avengers No Road Home number 7. I did read Action Comics 1009 as well. And a little bit of Savage Sword of Conan number 3.
All right. Do you want to possibly just start it off with Action Comics? Because I didn't read anything DC.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and if you're on Action Comics, it's on the Leviathan Rising storyline. This is prepping up a new villain, a new threat that is supposed to combat Superman and supposed to, you know, take down the worlds, etc., etc., etc. If you're into detective storylines or secret agent storylines, this is like right up your alley. And Superman like being the hero behind it all, that makes it really cool too. But Amanda Waller, last issue, she storms into Lois and Clark's apartment, and she tells Clark like, "Oh, I need you," but what she says is like, "Oh, I need you, Superman." So Amanda Waller somehow knows Superman's identity. So this issue picks up from there. If you're familiar with all these organizations, then cool, you know. But if you have a little bit of trouble, these organizations are just organizations that are within the DC universe, DC Comics, Argus, the DEO, you know, Star Labs. All these places are being attacked. All these places are just being destroyed, and they're kind of like leaving no trace of evidence, no trace of bodies. And that's where Amanda Waller is getting involved. She goes to Superman because she believes it's this character known as Leviathan who's causing all this. Lois is pissed. She punches Amanda Waller. That was pretty cool. You know, have this like little cat fight moment between Lois and Amanda Waller. They're kind of going back and forth, trying to, you know, oh, I'm right, no, I'm right, you know, type of thing. Superman has this moment where he meets the Question, and he is asking the Question, you know, this, or he's telling the Question like, this is potentially going to be something major, so get ready, you know, start prepping, start telling whoever you can, you know, what's going on. Leviathan is actually connected to Talia Ghul. So Superman flies and meets up with Alfred, and he gets Alfred to do some intel on Talia Ghul, and the issue ends off with Lois. You can tell, you know, there's a lot of reading going on over here. So there's a lot of things going on about like secret organizations and spies and things of that. So it ends up happening that Lois is connected to this spy organization, and Superman has this secret identity known as Chaz.
Chaz Michael Murray?
And Chaz is a part of this organization known as Spiral. Both Lois and Superman have secret identities inside of this secret organization known as Spiral. So Lois gives Superman this little amulet type thing. And she's like, oh, I didn't just get this Kryptonian technology for nothing. And you can see Superman's kind of like, all right, he's like, all right, let's do it. And then Superman transforms into Chaz.
Hold on. Let me put that back on you. All right. Oh my gosh. That's what's happening in action.
This is what's happening in Action Comics 1009.
I think this is why I'm not reading it.
So Superman transforms into Chaz. All right. So, okay.
Chaz.
So we have Chaz and Andy, and I guess that's Lois Lane's character. It's yeah. I mean, if you like spy stories, then check it out. That's all I can say. That's all I can really say about it.
I don't even know what to say to what I just heard about it. All right. Well, thank you for that, Javi. We're caught up on Action Comics 1000 and what?
That's Action Comics 1009, and it definitely has a lot of backstory, I guess you can say, of the different. There's just a lot of different
things happening. It seems like
things happening, but like, how do you put, not characters, but like there's different locations. There's multiple locations that it can get kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah, I just gave up on it. I started to all right, so I dropped it.
But we still don't know who Leviathan is, what Leviathan is, and
do you know who the Red Cloud is or no?
This is something I skipped. I skipped over those couple of issues.
All right.
I just read it just because I bought it last week and I wanted to see what was up.
Dang. All right. Word. Yo, we want to thank poor Mike for joining us. What's going on, brother? Well, I did read Avengers No Road Home, issue number 7, and this has been a good read. And I will say I did like this read. I don't think I enjoyed it maybe quite as much as I enjoyed the previous issues. One thing I felt like this issue was definitely lacking was some Hulk. It sucks that Hulk, Hawkeye, and Rocket are pretty much at like some paradise, and they're just like chilling over there, it seems like. But yeah, so in this, you still have Nyx taking on the Avengers. I will say this. I think what is cool that Al Ewing was doing, you can see like he's really forefronting Spectrum in this issue.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Monica Rambeau. And I don't know. I mean, luckily, I found a first appearance of Monica Rambeau like a few months way back at Nowhere Comics down off the Gratney hobby. But yeah, so in this issue, I guess, and this is like the only shot, and this is what I was talking about. Pretty much, Nightmare kicks out Hulk and Hawkeye and Rocket for saving them pretty much, and then they decide like he gives them a portal to anywhere they want to go, and of course Hawkeye and Rocket are like, oh, we got to go back to the guys, this and that, and I guess Hulk convinces them to go to Euphoria. So they head off to there. We don't see too much of them after that. Now you got Scarlet Witch and Nyx kind of doing their thing. She does get her eyesight back in this issue as well. Of course, you have Conan turning on Vision. That was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, he's teleported and he's like, who the hell are you?
And like he's like mind blown by him, right?
Yeah.
So eventually Nyx starts drawing power from like the Power Stone thing that she's been dealing with, one of these.
Yeah, she figures out that it's like a container, and that if she's able to just crack it open, she can release the energy and become one with the energy that was stolen from her.
And then I guess she has like this vision of
a little mansion or
Yeah,
something.
some floating house. So you have that there. Eventually, Spectrum comes to like do something, and then she just like starts taking out Spectrum. And once again, I thought that was cool that he was like putting Spectrum in the front, and she's like seems to be like the leader of the Avengers, I would say, or at least this Avengers team. Sorry. So, like I said, eventually Nyx like sends this one of her children, like the serpent looking one, to start like feeding on the souls of everyone there. And then
Nyx, she teleports out of there. She's like, I have no more need for this.
yeah, I'm out. And then like she's like, do what you got to do. And then Conan's like, getting all crazy, like this is enough. He's gonna go like try to kill the monster, and then all of a sudden, like someone comes flying out through a portal, and it's Javi's girl. Yo, who is it, Javi?
It's the lit,
and she's coming to take Conan down. So
she looks like a ghost form of her.
Yeah, some like probably something planned by Nyx, right? Or that's what it seems. But yeah, it's still a fun, cool read. A lot of action in this one, which was a lot of fun, I would say. And yeah, man, my favorite parts of the book are definitely, I mean, these shots of Hulk are pretty awesome, man. Love those pages with Hulk on them, and I love the fact that Spectrum was the one that was getting like getting the shine in this book. You know what I'm saying? She was showing off her power, even though she got taken down a little. She got pushed down at the end of the issue, but I'm sure we will see her rise back up. And I guess the next issue will definitely be more about Conan and what's going on with his girl, dog. Because now she's trying to kill him, and she's supposed to be dead. So we'll see what's up with that.
Dead.
Yeah. So Javi, if you had to rate Action Comics out of our rating system, I guess are we doing 5s or 10s? We don't even know. We should let the chat. How do you want us to rate comics? Out of 5s, 10 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars?
I would give it a 2.
You gave it a 2? It was out of 5? All right.
2 out of 5.
Avengers No Road Home, what would you give it?
I would give it a solid 3.5.
Yeah, I was going 3.5. I was going to say maybe like a 3.7.
Yeah, like a 3.7.
I didn't feel like it was 4 worthy, but
3.8.
3.7, 3.8 I could live with. I think it works for me there. I definitely feel like issues before were a little better, but I believe it ends in what? 3 more issues? I think it's 10 issues. So
yeah, maybe.
So we still got a couple more things to come. So it hasn't fully climaxed, hopefully. So that will bring us to the next book that we read of last week, and the last book I read of last week. And I will say this, probably my pick of the week. I agree with you. We were talking before the show earlier, and best read of last week, hands down, at least from what I read. I know I didn't read that much, but this was a lot of fun. Dan Slott is killing Fantastic Four. I think this has been a run. I mean, outside of the first issue, I was a little eerie on. But outside of that, man, I think it's been pretty consistent. It's been a lot of fun, especially these last 3 issues with Doom, Galactus, and the Fantastic Four. Javi, what are your thoughts on it?
This book was awesome. This book was... it was just great. The writing was super fun. And the art, it was, I don't know, it reminded me of like a classic 60s, 70s Fantastic Four book. I don't know if it did for you, but
yeah,
for
like
me,
the art on the inside, right?
The art on the inside, and how the writing and how Dan Slott was kind of being very simple in the text. He wasn't using a lot of like crazy scientific words or anything like that. He was just being like brutal, to the point, no filler. It was really cool. It was really cool.
No, agreed. So pretty much at the end of the last issue, Doom, I guess in a sense, defeats Galactus, and now Doom is like drawing the power of Galactus to like power the earth, or like that's like his
Power Latveria, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and then I guess eventually though his idea is to like make it like a global thing though, no? Because he wants to take over the world.
Well, yeah. I mean, eventually, he wants everybody to see Latveria as the one who started it and the one who can conquer it all.
Yeah. So you have that going on, and then I guess the big thing that happens is that he was able to capture the Fantastic Four, and here you got Mr. Fantastic all stretched out, frozen, just in case if he tries to do anything. Doom's got the plan for everyone. You got Thing telling him he's going to get out of these things and destroy him. He's like, yeah, good luck. He's like, and he explains to Thing that if he like tries to like escape these, like it will kill the rest of the members. And he's like, well, it doesn't matter because they're all going to die anyway, so I should just try to get to you regardless. He's just like ruthless. I thought that was kind of cool. Got your boy Torch all locked up. So, cool read. The other thing that I liked about this is you have the two little ones. They're still being babysat by the aunt and the uncle, and they're trying to like escape. And eventually,
Well, yeah. What's his name? He gets out. He gets out and he's just walking. Like he gets out at night, and it becomes the morning after.
Frank.
Yeah, Frank gets out at night. It becomes the morning after, and the parents are going out to go look for him, and he runs into this little girl who calls herself Wendy. And I guess Wendy had made an appearance in Fantastic Four. They put a little note here. Fantastic Four 239. But Wendy's like, oh, you got to come with me. I know the Fantastic Four. They're on TV right now. It's always awesome when they're on TV. They're gonna go kick Doom's ass. You got to come watch. And I guess she takes him into her like orphan home, like I guess like an orphanage. But the TV's on, and obviously it's Doom versus the Fantastic Four, and Reed is telling Doom like, oh, you miscalculated, and obviously the Fantastic Four escape in grand fashion.
And then I think the big panel to see is you got Sue. Oh, I have it stuck on you. Like, they all escaped there. I guess this was a cool shot though too, that when Doom went live to the planet and he shows like how he's getting all captured,
Yeah, he's gonna televise their deaths.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna do. So when Sue escapes, she somehow is able to use her invisible powers and strip Doom naked, as Comic Kid 84 stated earlier in the chat. So we got Naked Doom, and that's where the book ends.
Doom.
So, and Doom doesn't like to be like upped. So this should be quite interesting to see what happens in issue number 9. And I will say this Doom Galactus arc has been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I dig it.
Yeah, no, this book has been awesome. This issue in particular has been great, and there's even a part where Franklin is kind of having a little mental breakdown, and they showed the villain from the first arc, and they showed the villain from the first arc kind of like feeding into him and telling him like, oh, you created all the, like you created all these lives and all these universes just so they could all suffer, trying to.
That's the dreams that he's having. So those are like the battles he's having within himself,
Yeah.
So, cool stuff, man. And I like how he's like incorporating the newer characters, but they're like split and they're dealing with their own problems, So it has like that, to your point, that classic Fantastic Four feel.
For sure.
So shout out to Dan Slott, killing it on Fantastic Four. I'm not reading his Iron Man run, so I don't know how that is, but this has been awesome. So shout out to Dan Slott. If I had to rate this one out of 5, we'll probably give it a 5. I liked it a lot.
Yep, I'd give it a 5.
Pick of the week. And there were some other things that came out last week that I wasn't able to read. Unfortunately, I did not read it in the Detective Comics stories. I heard some of them were good, and then I was not able to catch up on Vader Dark Visions. But once I do, I will let you guys know what I thought about it. I won't do like a full review, but we'll talk about it. I'll rate it. You know, we got to start remembering to do the ratings, Javi. That's what we do. All right. So that will bring us to our favorite part of the show and what we picked up today at New Comic Book Day. I will say I did find some things in the dollar bin as well, but I can't show them off. Saving them. Gotta let you guys know that I'm saving them. I'm actually gonna make sure I don't show anything.
You can't show it off. You can't spoil it.
Yep, you know. All right, so you want to go first? You want me to go first? How we doing it?
Doesn't matter. Let me get my books over here. I did get $2 bin books as well, but I think
I will show off $1 bin book. Screw it. Because maybe I won't use this one for that, because I think I might have my bases covered with these other books. I mean, I can still show this one off, but I won't. Yeah, whatever. I'll show this one off here as like my back issue, because I always normally show off one back issue fine, so I can show that one off here. I'm not going to use it as one of the categories on the show, but I'll still, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Avi? All right. So how you want to do this? You want to run through it? You want me to run through it?
I got you. I'll start. I did get started off with War of the Realms #1. This is the regular cover. Jason Aaron has been killing it, so obviously this is going to be some goodness, some Marvel goodness. First big event of the year, right?
For Marvel, yes, sir.
Yep. Got Immortal Hulk #16. This cover is awesome.
You saw me trying to negotiate for that other cover in the store earlier today.
We got this guy playing harmonica on the cover. I believe that's who comes back in this issue?
Well, I don't know. I flipped through it and I didn't see it, but I saw something else. All right. Well, yeah, whatever. Just I'll talk about it later.
I got the Cosmic Ghost Rider destroys Marvel history. This is the variant cover. I was digging this cover. I know Chad wasn't, but
yeah, I don't know, for whatever reason I didn't dig it. I put it back. I got the normal one.
I like the color scheme. The other one was a little dark. This one's a little more bright, a little more happy. But I was cool with it, you know. Conan the Barbarian #5. Last issue is the one that Chris and I really hyped up, if you remember. So we'll see how this one is. Hopefully it's really good as well. And Avengers No Road Home #8. This is the regular cover with Hulk and Nyx on the cover. Hulk, Nyx, Rocket, or Hawkeye, Rocket.
All right.
A lot of Marvel. Oh, my bad. Captain America #9. Alex Ross. I did get a copy of Die #2, thanks to Chad.
I got you, brother. I got you. Well, thanks to John, I got a copy of 2 and 3 hopefully coming my way. I might need to borrow yours so I can just read it until I get my copy. That's cool.
I got this Green Lantern #4, the Grant Morrison run. I got this off the dollar bin. And this Magic the Gathering. This is a book of nightmares. Nightmares are unicorns that have been by a ritual done by cultists turned evil. So that's what a nightmare is. So pretty cool to read about. Pretty cool to see what this, read this and see what it's all about.
Yeah. All right. Just like Javi, I picked up Avengers No Road Home. I got the normal cover as well. Knicks versus Hulk. Pretty dope. You got Rocket down there. You know. Just like Javi as well, I picked up War of the Realms. I will say I didn't pick up any DC this week, which is, I guess, starting to be like, it's crazy how like a year ago I was, more on the DC storylines, and now I've like kind of switched. I've been more about the Marvel storylines. I feel like they just have been better since they switched up the teams. I will say I think it's crazy since Ben just left Marvel and switched to DC. I feel like that's when everything like shifted,
For sure, yeah.
And then I picked up Captain America, Alex Ross cover. You gotta love that. I also picked up Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys Marvel History. I picked up the normal cover. I wasn't feeling the variant cover. They did pull me that variant cover. I did pick up issue #5 of Die. I do need 4. It's the only one I'm missing because John's Comics with Kids got me 2 and 3. Thank you, sir. You were the man. So, dope cover. And then last but not least, probably my favorite pickup this week is probably going to be the first thing I read once we get off. Immortal Hulk issue #16.
Nice.
That Alex Ross cover. My LCS did have that wraparound cover at a crazy price. I did try to talk him down on it, and I was shot down. So I'm hoping in a week maybe that could change. And then I did find this in, I guess you could say, the dollar bin. All right, well, it's marked for $2, but you know how their back issues work, Javi? They're half off, so I got it for $1. So, but it is Incredible Hulk, volume #2, issue #14, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first appearance of like Gamma Dogs, and yeah, I don't know, with all the crazy hype, with all these things, with all the different Hulks coming back and all that, I'm like, who knows? We might see some crazy dogs, gamma ray dogs. So I was just like, you know what? I'll pick this up.
That's awesome.
This is a straight out of the dark spec book. Incredible Hulk, Volume 2, first appearance of Gamma Dogs. So pretty cool, man. I've been on like a crazy Hulk tip lately. So yeah, there it is. So that's what I picked up today. So super excited to. What would you say you're most excited to read this week? For sure, it's going to be Immortal Hulk for me, and probably after that,
Probably Conan, War of the Realms.
yeah, and No Surrender. I'm excited to see No Surrender because if this cover shows anything, hopefully Nyx is headed to Euphoria to fight these 3.
I also picked up this. I forgot to show this off.
True Believers.
True Believers event. The what's it called? Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet.
Is it the whole thing?
It's not the whole thing. I think it's one of maybe the first or second issue. I forget which one it is. I think it's this issue actually. I don't know. But yeah, man, I love this cover with Thanos on it. It's awesome.
Luckily, I own it. The set that I own, one of the sets I love. It's pretty dope. Yeah, man, those are all the back issue stuff. Man, I really want to show off these dollar stuff, but I guess I can't.
No, you gotta wait.
You know what? But no, because there's different categories. If we're doing the same 3 categories, I could show off the stuff that's not part of the categories. And you know what? That's what we're gonna do. That is what we're gonna do, Javi. And I guess we can end it on that. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Is there anything in the chat you guys want to talk about? Let us know. All right. So I guess this is kind of like we're going full circle back to the beginning of the show. Tate's tent sale. In the tent, I got these 3 issues for $1 all together, and that is Tom King's Vision issue number 2.
Nice.
Tom King's Vision issue number 3.
Nice.
And I guess you could say the big find for me in the tent I thought was pretty cool was Old Man Hawkeye number 1.
What? Awesome.
Right?
Hell yeah.
I know this is one you don't have.
No, I don't have that one.
So maybe I have to send an A-OK to Javi. Luckily, you'll save me.
Hell yeah, that book's awesome.
So, right? Isn't that a great cover? I mean, I could have probably used this one on that, but I feel like I found another book that is better. So, whatever. We'll see. If not, I could still use it too. But just to show off more books, right? Who doesn't want to see more books? All right,
Are you going to do the stream tonight?
No, we're not doing it tonight. Probably next week. So,
Word.
We'll see what happens. But all right, dude. I mean, that's all I got for tonight. It's already starting to get late. I know you got an early morning tomorrow. I want to thank everyone in the chat for joining us. I know there's other shows that are happening right now. Probably going to hop in those chats and see what's up. Javi, I'll send you those links just in case you want to join on those.
Yeah.
But you got anything else going on, Javi?
Just get your books. Keep reading. Let us know what you guys want to hear for reviewing purposes, and make sure you follow Chad 90MF Comics 90 and then keep it up.
Yo, appreciate that. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Chad 90MF Comics. Here, 90MF Comics. Hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button if you can. Appreciate all of you in the chat. You guys are awesome for joining us. Thank you for my moderators, Javi, who's on the show, and Kenny, holding it down in the chat for me. You guys are awesome. And as Javi said, guys, read your books, and most importantly, go get your books. Peace.